In the year 2000, he started Def Jux. I was working on an EP called Enters the Colossus. The foundation for that EP's eventual success was laid by a series of singles I did after Madness in a Cup. I did Electro. I did a single on Grand Royal called Farmhand. And then, when it came around time to work with Def Jux, the label was just getting started, and I'm proud to say that my CD, Enters the Colossus, was the first CD that Def Jux put out. And then, from there, just came back in 2002. I dropped a live record called Live at the Middle East, and then I dropped Emergency Rations, which was an EP, and then I released I Phantom, which was my debut solo album. Toured forever, it seemed like, and then when 2005 rolled around, decided to link up with my boys Acrobatic and Fax One, form a group called The Perceptionists, and we released our debut album. It was like March 23rd, 2005. That's when Black Dialogue came out. And then it was, of course, very important for me to follow up that record with a solo record, because I had a 4-year hiatus in between I Phantom and my new album, which is called Momega. And LP and I we just linked up. He held down most of the production. Edon also did some production. I did some, and my man Nick Toss from Australia did some. And the album is 11 cuts of really like uncompromising honesty, from beginning to end of the record. And that's what I'm out here promoting now. Those are the plans, promotion. Momega, basically it's just like, I look at it in two parts. I'm saying? Mo represents, dialect, slang that was developed by African Americans. And you can't acknowledge the African American without acknowledging the history of slavery, So I took the idea of the slave and applied that. Well, it's not brilliant or anything. Everyone knows that we're the modern day slaves nowadays. All of us working the 9-to-5s, and really it's all of us that are working the jobs that we don't really love, the jobs that have nothing to do with our passions in life. So it's really, Mo represents those of us that are modern day slaves, and then Mega represents the people that are like the 1% or 2% of like financially elite in this country, who are buying and selling countries all around the globe and forming corporations and determining what we see on television, determining the prices of healthcare, determining what's taught in our schools, and when the budgets get cut or built back up, well, they always get cut, they never get built back up. So it's just really, Momega is the new phrase that describes the disharmony, between the working class and the elite. Man, I'm on tour with Cage right now, And it's definitely been a very interesting thing, man. Like, it's our first time. Like, we've had an opportunity to work together in the past, but this is like, it's just me and him out here. We got like DJ Crazy Glue, Yak Balls is out here, Kamuteo is out here. I got my man DJ Big Wiz. I got I got my man Metro from SA Smash. So it's an interesting configuration of people that, but this is our first time really just getting together in this with this cast of characters and doing a tour together. So I think we had like our little bumps and bruises early on in the tour. The tour started off really great. Like Baltimore and New York were great. Then Philly was strong until we went up to Canada, and it was just long drives, man. The drives are what kill you. 9-hour drive to get from Philadelphia to Toronto, then coming back, another 9 hours to get to Columbus, Ohio. So that type of stuff is just demoralizing based on how long you're sitting in a van. But then, Columbus, Ohio, had a great time at that show. Cleveland got even better. Then Ann Arbor, it's just like kids were just at a fever pitch. Now we're in Chicago. Chicago's a place that I've always had a lot of success. I'm really thankful of the fact that I've been given the opportunity to cultivate a fan base here. And like the fans out here, they keep on repping for me, man. Cats really are serious about their hip hop out here. So I'm just, I'm blessed to be back here, and we got more dates though. This is another stop. Then we got to hit up Boston in a couple of days, and then we keep on trucking from there. Well, I got a solo project that I'm largely producing, because one of the things, I'm gonna sit back down. One of the things is that at the beginning of my career, my motto was that every MC should be able to produce, and I feel that way because you should never have to wait around for some other producer to create your own sound. You should be able to create your own sound. So I'm getting a lot more back to that now. Some of the joints that I've produced in the past, for people that don't know, they've been like jams that have really defined my career, like Electro, The Nothing, Inhuman Capabilities featuring Acrobatic, Farmhand, Jugular Vein, which is on Emergency Rations, Home of the Brave, which is also like probably the biggest single I ever had. So I'm looking at that. I've had trouble, I just haven't felt confident for one reason or another, but just doing a whole record myself on production. But I'm gonna get closer. I think I'm gonna do the majority of this one, and it's just gonna be a record that's completely different from everything I've ever done. A combination of the EPS 16 Plus and the MPC 1000. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like the MPC 1000 because it's so portable, and the 16 Plus is a gargantuan keyboard that you can't carry anywhere. You know what I mean? I could hardly carry it from one room to another in my own house, let alone you can't bring that joint on the road. So yeah, just trying to focus, man. I don't want another 4-year hiatus in between my projects as a soloist. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm back out either next year or the year after that, man. Coming right back at y'all with some more. Yo, yeah. When I'm on stage, man, I teach cats this is the voice meter right here. You know what I mean? It's almost like, it's just almost like you hold the heart and soul of the event right in the palm of your hand. And I'm saying, I tell cats they gotta raise their voice as I raise my hand, and the crowd just gets crazy loud. When they get loud enough, we just drop the next beat on them, man. We just, the shows are all about high energy, man. Cause I believe that, man, when I'm on stage, I'm like, I'm here to celebrate music, man. I'm here to celebrate hip hop music, and everyone's invited. Very important record for me because I got to make a record with two of my best friends, Acrobatic and DJ Fax 1. We also got to work with Guru on that album, Humpty Hump from Digital Underground. I mean, it was just really unreal experience, My man Kamuteo represented on this joint called Party Hard on there. I mean, Fonte from Little Brothers on the project. It was a real monumental thing for me to put together because, as black men, man, we're sitting there and we're just like, yo, man, we don't like a lot of things that are going on in the entertainment industry, but we don't want to just sit there like some old fogies, and just be like, hey, we don't like this because of this, and the music back in the day was better. We ain't coming at it like that. We're just like, yo, we're some young, cutting-edge black men out here, you know what I'm saying? We represent the culture, I feel, to the fullest, you know what I'm saying? And I just as a young black man, I find it impossible to make a whole album and say nothing that's socially responsible, that's gonna uplift the mind of a black youth or any youth that might hear my music. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I can't be that guy. Some people see, being a musician as just like it's a pimp and hoe situation where you're just trying to get your money, and I just don't see it that way. I think the money comes from speaking from the heart, and that's what we try to do. And I got the opportunity to do that with two of my good friends, and then we got some legends on there, so it was a real great thing. This new album, Momega, I'm right back with a similar cause, but I'm making it a little bit more global here. I'm talking about situations that are going on over in Darfur, relating situations in Africa overall where black people have been disenfranchised, people of color in general have been disenfranchised and just, and just slaughtered, basically, raped, burned, all types of things that are going on that are horrific. And I'm pointing the finger directly at the level of apathy that exists globally. The fact that it's not that much of an emergency, when people of color are struggling and in a terrible situation like that. So I was just trying to relate a lot of things that are going on in Africa with a lot of things that are going on in the ghettos here in the United States, and the level of apathy about helping people in need. Yeah, I want to just say, man, the new MrLift.com is freshly redesigned, man. It's MRLIF.com. You could just go through there. We're still actually building the site, but it's got a whole new look. We're about to put the forums in, so hopefully everyone will be able to find a real home for themselves there. You'll be able to put a picture of yourself up there and a description of who you are and everything. So hopefully you'll just feel comfortable going in and representing yourselves in the forums and sharing your mind. We got, activism forum. We got sports forum. I'm a sports fanatic. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk football, I'll talk football all day till your ears bleed. You know what I mean? But it's going to be on over there. We really trying to build a site that y'all really can make home, and if you want to catch me on MySpace, it's myspace.com/MrLift, and that's MRLIF. You know what I'm saying? So, and for MrLift.com, MRLIF.com. So come check me out on the web, and then come check me out at the show. All right?